Eventually. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hawk Blogger Mornings. I am Brian Nemhauser. This is a special Hawk Blogger Live edition here at the Muckleshoot Casino. Let's let them hear you, folks. And this is the Seahawks' first preseason game against Dallas Cowboys. And there's only one guy that we should be talking about preseason football with and how to go from undrafted to absolutely dominating an NFL game. And it's this guy to my left right here, Thomas Rawls of the Seahawks, man. Thomas, man, how you doing, dude?
I am doing fantastic. It is football season. We back. We create game day experience here at the Muckleshoot Casino over here at Galaxy in front of the 12s and all of the nations over here. So we truly excited. I know I'm truly excited.
So for folks that don't know, you came out of Central Michigan. Yeah, from Flint. Right,
Michigan, Fly City, Bull.
Let's go. So you came to the Seahawks as an undrafted free agent, yeah?
Correct.
Tell us what the first contact was for you between the Seahawks and you. Like, did you know they were coming after you? Like, how did that work?
Man, that's crazy you asked me this. And it's crazy because the Seahawks wasn't the first team to call me.
Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys was the first team to call me. It was.
No.
It was.
All right.
It was. And turned them down. I just needed some more time to think. I didn't understand what was going on. My mind was racing. I didn't care if I was drafted or undrafted. Where I'm from, we just want the opportunity because we know that we can create the vision and the process, to at least, build ourselves to success. But I can tell you, it was definitely a great experience. That call, I got a chance to talk to a couple of the people in the front office with Coach, and the only thing Coach didn't want was any nonsense. He just wanted me to come in, focus. He think it was a great opportunity, especially being undrafted and coming to a team where we take pride in special teams and undrafted guys having opportunities to make NFL rosters, and not just that, but make something of themselves on and off the field. And that was a deciding factor. I got a chance to look at the backfield, with Marshawn being there and a ton of competition there. And I just figured, he's from Oakland, I'm from Flint. We got some similar parallels.
Yeah.
Let's see what two unique people can do back here in this backfield. That was my mindset. No disrespect to the people that was in that other running back room, but I was just a young kid having fun and trying to create that thing on my journey.
Well, part of the reason I think that's awesome for people to understand is this particular preseason is a little bit like that one in that the Seahawks had made the Super Bowl in 2013 and 2014.
Correct.
We won't talk about 2014.
I'll talk about that
one. But you come in 2015 to a team that had gone to back-to-back Super Bowls. You were an undrafted free agent. Marshawn Lynch was one of the stars of the league. And what John Schneider's talked about is a lot of guys during that time, they just didn't think that they could compete with those guys. So they were like, I'm not going to unseat Richard Sherman. I'm not going to unseat Cam Chancellor. I'm not going to unseat Marshawn Lynch.
Right.
And maybe they talk themselves out of competing from the beginning.
Right.
You come in as an undrafted free agent and you're putting up 170 yards against the Bengals like that same season. Like the mentality you had to have to come in there and believe that you were going to do that is how you did that. Where did that come from? Let's go.
Yeah, I can tell you when I first got here, it was just beautiful. I seen the water, I seen the mountains, the hills, seen how beautiful it was, because I come from flat land. And then, when the first time I walked into the VMAC, I seen nothing but just love from football, ways to get better. I always pride myself on my focus and going against LOB every day and having certain guys who first, second round picks probably making 30, 50 million, you kind of, some things kind of question, in the back of your mind. But then I always remember who I am and where I'm from. That gave me motivation to keep my focus and vision from my imagination when I was a kid. And when I would go in the locker room, I would be excited to see certain guys too, but it was a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I was just excited to see guys get ready for practice and get ready and see how they prepared. And then I remember being a rookie, I watched some of the other guys, not to take none away from them because everybody's journey is different. But, they was, on their phones and taking pictures and worried about, who he's with, how many diamonds he got in his glasses and, what they're doing over here, and I'm just I still got my cleats from high school, and I'm at the door already with my straps cleat ready to go. So my mindset was always just kind of, I had just a different mentality to the game because the love and my approachment to it. Because throughout my journey, I always had something like last. I had to wait. I had to be patient. I had to continue to do things to get better, in order for me to do what I love to do.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was.
Well, it came out. I sorry to interrupt you, man. That was great. And I mean, you got these guys coming in now who right now they're 15 minutes from stepping on to a professional football field for the first time for some of them. And, you got the vets that are like, Leonard Williams, he'll go through warm-ups and then he's going to, be on the sideline in a hat and taking it easy. But for some of these guys, they've been dreaming of this moment for their entire lives. And they know that every single rep that they get on that field is either going to help them get a spot here or maybe help them get a spot on another team, right? Like something that other people don't always understand is preseason's not just about making the team you're on. It's about making any team that will want you. So like there's guys, when you're coming to a Super Bowl team like this one, they've got to have the belief that they deserve to be on that field.
Exactly.
Right. So did you sense that when, you come into that, I got to ask, I got to ask.
Yeah.
That was we said we were going to talk about 2014, but I got to ask you, man, coming in fresh to that locker room after they lost that game, they trade Max Unger, who was a team leader. You get Jimmy Graham, who wasn't necessarily what everybody wanted on the defense. And, there's some like distractions. The coaching staff was Pete Carroll was trying to get the team back in line and on board. Could you feel that a little bit as a rookie?
Yeah, but I try not to buy into it because I was very focused to just buy into the process.
Mm-hmm.
When they came and got me, I got a chance to experience, the team and everything we were all, or you all, everybody, the host, the state was experiencing from the previous year. So my whole mantra was, I got to rise to the occasion. I'm around some of the greatest. Some of these guys going to be in the Hall of Fame. Some of these guys already they are who they are. They already established. And so I just have to rise to the occasion. And the only way you do that is being accountable to your everyday actions and, giving yourself a chance. And I didn't really understand what that was until I fell in love with the process more. Yeah. So when you all see us fighting on the sideline and everything, that's just a mineral to us to get better, to understand that. Imagine getting a lot of guys on one accord and trying to get them on one voice. It's gonna look and sound a little bit different, but that still can't mean we can't be successful. It still don't mean we can't overcome and to get better each week and go into the film room and try to move forward and think forward and do things that's gonna put us in great position.
Did you remember your running back coach?
Coach Sherman Smith.
Sherman Smith,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And one of the things I go to practice every day, and seeing the coaching staff for this Seahawks team, which I think is second to none in the NFL, one of the things I love is you see position coaches, whether it's Jeff Howard with the safeties, whether it's Justin Hines with defensive tackles, Thomas Hammock, who's now a star from Hard Knocks. Who's out there watching Hard Knocks? Yeah. I mean, Hard Knocks has been amazing this year, the Seahawks. But I see these guys, they coach every single player with the same energy. It doesn't matter if they're undrafted, doesn't matter if they've already been a all-pro. And, did you feel that from Sherman Smith? Like, what was it like getting coached coming into
Coach Sherman Smith was so special. He played running back too.
He was a Seahawk.
Mac.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, man, he was a great coach. One thing he prided himself on was, he can only give us so much, right? Because there's going to be a certain time where you have to express and take the initiative to express yourself with everything you're doing. So having a running back coach like him, and then, he had Marshawn, so, when I got a chance to spend that extra year with Coach Sherman when Marshawn left, that was super huge to me. And I want to thank him for that, because it definitely was one of those things where, I had to grow. I still had to learn. I didn't have the leadership in the room of Marshawn or the other guys to kind of, demonstrate certain things where I was just a young kid. That's why I said, you take advantage of your opportunities that is given. And then you always be present to the moment and live in it, because those moments, create pivots along, not just the season, but for you as a person and a player along your journey. Because each and every year we're going to draft guys going to come in, and these guys need to see what success looks, smell, and feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of those things he always wanted us to do, regardless of, the play call and everything like that. And we did go through that, but he always wanted us to be us in that process.
One of the things that I think is really wise in what you said, and I think it's just hard to get. If you're a losing team and you've got a losing culture, it's hard to break out of that, right? If you've got a winning team and a winning culture, it's amazing how much it raises the floor for the overall organization. People come in there and there's a standard that you've got to hit,
because the standard isn't always to like the draft pick or the highest number guy. It's to the process.
Yeah,
it's to the investment that everybody bought in before you got here, young guy, right? Like years before me. This is why even when Randall came up here and even talking about Mac and these guys who paved the way, I'm appreciative of that, because there's a lot of different things that I did not even know until I was able to transition from the game and harness, from the love of the game being so young.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to do that too.
So I'm curious. I want to hear from you all out there. Who are you most interested in watching in this preseason game? Because it's not going to be Sam Darnold. You're not going to see Leonard Williams. You're not going to see DeMarcus Lawrence. You're probably not going to see Cooper Kupp or JSN. Give me a shout. Who out there has a player that they're looking forward to? Milroe.
I hear Milroe.
Who else? Torrey Horton.
Well, they love comeback stories. Because I promise you, man, he's one of those guys too. You can just tell his investment to the game. He's hungry. I hope we see a lot of him today.
Torrey is one of those guys where he does everything well. He's excellent down the field, speedster. He is a great route runner. Good against man, good against zone. Will find soft spots. It's one of the things that stood out to me about him. And then one of the things I love about Torrey Horton that is different than pretty much everyone else in that receiving room is he's got wiggle after he catches the ball.
Yeah.
He will shake people in a way that, like, he's got a little running back to him.
I didn't want to say that, but I wanted to say because the running back position, we always want to set the tone, finish, fall forward, and do those things. Yeah. But every time I see him take advantage of his opportunities, he have a great finish. And that's something you really can't teach, because that's still like taking the heart and will from, in you to do that. So that's what's going to make him different. So just imagine him on game day, showing that effort each and every week, and then get the opportunity to express himself. I want to see him come up out of, maybe a 2-3 man tackles one of these games.
It sounded crazy, and it still does. I'm going to own it though. But like, I talked to Torrey about this after he was drafted. I was like, I looked at you and I looked at your size, your height, your weight, your speed, and I looked for comparables, and I came up with another Torrey that is almost identical size, speed, weight. He played for a certain team that likes to talk about fortuitous busts. It was Torrey Holt.
Oh, Holt.
Torrey Holt. And I was like, have you ever had that comparison before? And he's like, yeah, I have. Because Torrey Holt, I think, was one of the game's greats. Like, obviously, like, Hall of Fame quality receiver. I'm not saying Torrey Horton is going to be that. But like, as a comp, like, there's a lot of things that those two guys do that are similar.
He also had, was it Isaac Bruce?
Isaac Bruce.
He had a couple other guys.
Yeah, he did.
Right. So we need that, and especially with us having JSN, success leaves clues. So, when the defense and everybody get to scheming against him, we get a chance to, to put Torrey Horton out there wide, or maybe in the slot wherever you need him. And maybe he can, show up whenever his opportunity is called.
Well, so let's talk about Jalen Milroe. This is a guy I've personally had a little bit of a journey with. So I was in Mobile, Alabama for the Senior Bowl last year before he was drafted. And I was curious because people are talking about this guy as a first-round pick, potentially. I'm like, I didn't see it in college. So I wanted to see in person. And for those who are listening, it wasn't good. I told you all, I was like, it was one of the worst performances of a quarterback I had ever seen in person. Like, literally throwing the ball into the dirt. Like, I was like, this guy's going to be like a 5th round pick. He does not look like an NFL quarterback. Well, lo and behold, Seahawks draft him in the 3rd round. I watch him in rookie minicamp. I watch him in training camp, and I'm like, he doesn't look anything like the guy in Mobile. And I was like, this guy's actually making more and more plays. So I was getting kind of excited about if he can just be a decent thrower. The guy's got unbelievable athletic skills. And then he gets to the preseason. He got to this moment last year, and it just didn't work. He did not have a great preseason. And then he goes in the regular season. They tried some stuff with him. It not only didn't work, it was bad. It went really the wrong way. And so here we are. A year later, Jalen Milroe is going to get a lot of snaps in this game. And I think more than maybe anybody else who's going to step on that field, this game matters for him and his development.
Most definitely. I think as far as when it comes to Milroe, you know, I think we want to be able to look at his mechanics, you know, just kind of let's not look for him to make like the big plays, right? The crazy highlight runs, because we know he can run it, but let's look at the mechanics, the way he's taking the snap, the way he's giving us the play action, you know, going through his reads and progressions, you know, let's make sure, you know, we want to see his confidence whenever the safeties rotate, you know, we want to be able to, you know, see if he can make the certain calls and give the guys, you know, the certain calls, because you got to realize the quarterback voice out there is one voice for everyone. And the small things, you know, is super important. But I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I think the small check down routes, flank routes outside, those small things are going to also help him gain confidence. Not to say he lack it, but I also still think if let's just say Torrey Horton or one of those guys go deep, I still think he got the confidence to do that. I think he can just be free, play what he know, just do what he can do. And also too, you know, one thing about an athlete, we always striving and looking forward to get better. And sometimes like we can be hard on ourselves. And sometimes, it can be bad. But in most cases, if you love the game and love it more, you know, it can be a great thing, you know, but you still have to show it, and nothing is given and everything is earned. So we'll be able to see that, you know, tonight against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the thing, like, people have different expectations for how to assess how people play in the preseason, especially the quarterback position. And I'll say this. I would take Jalen Milroe throwing an interception tonight over Jalen Milroe playing so conservatively that he doesn't test his arm. Go out there and rip it.
Yeah, go for it. That was another thing too. When I had the opportunities being undrafted, right? Like we don't know how many opportunities you're going to get, right? You know, so that's why I love, you know, the Seattle Seahawks, is because when you come here, the expectation is truly for the position. And, you know, we have the demonstrations, not just the film, but the league itself, but also we buy into the coaches. You know, we got coaches, you know, to put us in great positions, and everybody in the organization and the faculty got a job, you know, to do. And, you know, whenever that's translated, you know, to running the plays and showing up as our guy, you're going to have to show up and do that. We know what Drew Lock can do. Jalen Milroe, he definitely going to have to come out here and just do his thing and not worry about too much and just stay true to his mechanics and just show that he can, you know.
And I got a couple thoughts there. For a request for the house, for the people that control the TVs, if it's possible when the game is going on here in a couple minutes to get this TV up here, this big one, turned to the Seahawks game, that would be great. It'd be easier for me to see and comment on what's going on. So yeah, the point with Jalen Milroe, the other thing, I get a lot of people are like, how are the Seahawks trying to take away his running game? Are they trying to just make him a pocket quarterback? I'm telling you, like, his ability to run is not going anywhere. Like, that doesn't need to be developed. He does need to be able to develop under center. This is a guy that didn't play a lot of under center in college. He needs to be able to do play action, have his back to the defense, and then make a throw. He needs to be able to do bootlegs. He needs to be able to do the things to operate this offense if he has to get called on. So let's see him do the quarterback things. And if he takes off and run, it's going to be fun. Like, it's special when he does that. But to me, I won't be super excited if Jalen Milroe has 75 yards rushing and 75 yards passing. Like, I want to see, let's get like 150 yards passing. Let's see him actually put the ball, you know, down the field and outside the numbers, not just down the middle.
Yeah, well, the thing is too, you know, the wide receivers, they got to work on their timing. You know, that's super important. Play action pass is just as important as the handoff. You know, having a first round draft pick with Price, you know, having younger guys and all these things. We got a versatile offensive coordinator. We got guys coming back. We want to take a step notch up, right? being a defending champion and champions, we still got something to prove. We still got to, have a chip on our shoulder to make sure we accomplish what we know we can do and whatever we can be. And the process and the work, it doesn't stop. And we need Jalen Milroe to rise to that occasion, or else he'll find himself, in a different position.
So I'm curious. You mentioned that the Seahawks have a new offensive coordinator, Brian Fleury. That's also something that's new. No one said they're looking forward to seeing him tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing him tonight because Brian Fleury has never called a play. He has never called a play in an NFL game at any level, actually. And he's been practicing during practice like other people practice. I think he's going to – I don't know if he's going to be doing it from the booth or from the field. He said that he's probably going to end up doing it from the field during the season. But this is a guy that's literally learning how to do his job while doing his job. and how he calls plays is a part of the story tonight. And I'm really curious, like, he's not going to come out and show everything because you don't want to do that in the preseason. That's why they do joint practices, because the coaches can do something that's not televised where other teams aren't going to have tape and film on what they're doing. But even just the operation, is he getting the play calls in? How many delay of games do we see tonight? Let's hope it's 0. That would be a sign that the operation is good. The play calling can always improve, but let's make sure that the way that they're calling plays is working properly. So I think if you're talking about the guys that have a little bit of butterflies tonight,
right?
He might be top of the list.
Yeah,
he might be top of the list.
Probably, I would think so. Only because sometimes as an offensive coordinator, I bet they all want to open up the playbook. Let's do this, let's do that. But when you build in the trust of a team and in the process, you still want to start from the basics to make sure we get our fits. We want to make sure we getting low on our pads. We want to make sure we hitting. Want to make sure we getting our calls and our little things right. That way we can build upon things along the process, because we only get so many opportunities. It's transactional for the guys, but the coaches, we got to keep it going. So, the process of it all is definitely going to be definitely inclusive. So,
well, we haven't talked about the rookies. We're talking about rookie coach. But, you guys mentioned a little earlier, Jadarian Price, first-round pick. He will not play tonight. So that honestly, even if he was healthy, I don't know that he's playing tonight. Like, you remember, like Marshawn, he didn't touch the ball in preseason for the most part. Like, a lot of times you protect your running backs.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Wilson, who they signed from Green Bay, also injured. He won't play tonight.
Oh, he's not playing
tonight. He's not going to play tonight. Oh, so you're going to get George Halani for a little bit. I talked to Mike McDonald. I don't know how, like, the fact that he's playing, I think, is because of the injuries. Mm-hmm. But then behind them, you're going to get guys that most people haven't heard of, like even Jacardier Wright, who some people like, or Kenny McIntosh, no longer on the team. So you're going to see guys like Justin Jones, number 25. And I'll tell you, he's coming off the street, and I like what I've seen. I think he's got a chance to show a little bit tonight. You got a big opportunity. You got a guy like TJ Harden, who is coming in number 30. Yep. He's a guy that's coming. I've been pinged by people in his like around him. They're like, "How's he doing? How's it going?" And like everybody's tuned into these guys that none of you probably have spent a second thinking about. This is absolutely like every friend, family member, agent, everyone around them is tuned in to see how this turns out for those guys. Because while some of us would like to see those new running backs that we've heard of, these guys wouldn't be getting the opportunity if they were playing. So big opportunity in the backfield. And George Halani, undrafted, right? And this is a guy that actually started ahead of Ashton Genty. People forget that, but he was a starter ahead of him before Ashton Genty came out. And he kind of does everything well. Good pass protector, good inside runner, outside runner, good pass receiver. But has never been given the opportunity to really do it as a featured back. So we'll see what he looks like tonight.
I think tonight is his opportunity to take that load and do that. I remember just Monday through Sunday being in the preseason at practice and everything like that, taking that load. Because the older guys, they probably need time. They're on a different schedule and everything. So I tried to take advantage of that. And I can tell you, since he's been here, he's always showed up. He's always showed up. And then whenever he had his opportunities, when the team, like I said, called his number, he always rose to that occasion. And I think he doesn't need to work on anything. I think he can go out there and have a great game Velvis Jones.
Velus Jones. Thank you for bringing up Velus Jones. Yes.
Yeah.
Velus is a huge one. Like, for people that don't know, Velus number 33, you'll see tonight. Velus was a receiver in college and actually played at USC with Sam Darnold. And when I talked to Velus when he got here last year, part of the reason he got here was because Sam said, yeah, let's bring in Velus Jones. So there's a little connection there, right?
That's pretty cool.
And so he is now converted to running back, and his receiving skills show up big time out of the backfield, and his speed. He has got a real burst to his game, and when he turns it on, you will notice. So the biggest question with Velus Jones is not if he's fast, it's how does he run between the tackles. So, like, he's more of a third down back profile, but I'm really curious. He's going to get a lot of run tonight.
I think he'll get that'll be that should be on his bucket list right now, to make sure his shoulders square running in between them tackles and everything, because we've seen a lot of action from him, especially when the plays are broken down, get a chance, get the ball out to the back, show his great ball catching abilities. But I think him coming out here tonight, get a chance to come out here to put it on film, to show what he can do, run tough, run hard, and compete. It's no friendship right now as far as in any of these rooms right now. Right now, it's all about competition, because nothing is promised. And that is what the game is built on. We got to always remember that, you all, because Velvis Jones can come out there. Velvis Jones is,
I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second, Thomas. I will try to not do that the rest of the night.
Worries.
But for people that are tuning in online, that are trying to sync up with us, I will tell you when the kickoff happens. How great is it to see Lumen Field again, folks? Let's go.
Right.
Let's go. I will tell you, so you can sync up if you're watching TV at home, when they kick off for us, they just caught the catch. Cody White, 82.
Hey, Cody White.
And look at him go, folks.
Great return right here on the play.
Big camp for Cody White, who does nothing wrong, man. He makes every play. He's a good special teams player. He's a good blocker. He's a good receiver. It's just a stacked room.
Yeah, Brian, I got a chance to spend some time with him too, over in Kennewick at our football camp. Spent some time with him, and he's a great young man. He does a lot out here for the community and very much invested. He was out there having a blast with the youth.
He's a good guy and I think a very good player. And I think the Seahawks are lucky that he decided to come back as a free agent. And I was a little surprised that he didn't get some bigger opportunities elsewhere. But he's coming back and competing. You got Drew Lock there,
nice
George
size.
Halani, number 36 in there, and let's see. Like, this is a team that is going to be running a lot, and let's see what Brian Fleury's first play call as a Seahawks OC. No surprise.
It looks like a 19 outside zone right here.
Look at you like that, right?
Great run.
You like
Great
that,
run.
handing it off on first down.
Great run.
What do you see on a play like that?
Oh, first I want to take a look at the defensive end to see how wide he is, or to look at my my formation to see if my tight end covering him. If he's so wide, I'm probably not going to be able to make that bounce read. I take the third step. I watch the tackle and pop the clutch and go ahead and get upfield. But then if that DN slice on the inside, I automatically bounce read. Big play.
All right, 2nd and 7 for the Seahawks. Yep. And first pass. Wow, how did he make that catch?
Great pass.
How did he make that catch? That is Jake Bobo. Jake Bobo
getting a lot of love.
I mean, this guy, I know.
They love Bobo.
This guy, restricted free agent, Jacksonville tried to sign him away, and the Seahawks said, nope, we're going to keep. We want more Bobo. And so you get him back.
Oh, yeah, I think we're about to
we got a little.
Yeah, I think we got a winner. I think I'm going to be letting them know that they won.
All right, we got a deep throw here, a little bit too deep. So that's going to go incomplete to Cody.
Right.
But Cody won. Oh, well, there you go, DPI. All right, late flag, but Seahawks keep the ball. That's always good to see.
Targeting Cody pretty early.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, he's got all the skills you want to see in a like big.
See his hands.
Yep. Interesting. That's a little light contact, man, for a flag. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain, but that's a little light.
Well, it's preseason for the referees too. So
That's true. There's Velus Jones in the backfield, and I believe that is Brady Russell at fullback. Robbie Oots, unfortunately, out for the year with a neck injury. They do hope he can come back next year. Velus with that inside cut, not bad. Yeah, that was Brady Russell, the
Yeah.
fullback. Did you run with fullback much? Like Matt Strong was
I played-
early, and then
Yeah.
Michael Robinson was gone by the time you got there.
Yeah, I got a chance to play with a guy named Will Taquafa, one of the big fullbacks.
Yes, he's defensive lineman that converted to fullback.
He did. He played D-line and fullback.
Yeah.
It was a blast running behind him. I just had fun behind him.
What's the difference when you're running behind a fullback? How does it change your game?
Two back system. Oh no, same read stays the same. Same read stays the same. We just got offensive line. Different reads. Sometimes the G blocks may change. Same courses. But I think the mentality approach from the defense, because the mentality approach for two-back system is that we're going to be running hard-nosed football, and and we know what that Seahawks hard-nosed football truly looks like when we got that.
Exactly right.
A two-back system.
Well, and the other thing that's going on here to keep an eye on is the offensive line. I haven't gotten a clean. I saw Christian Haynes. I saw Oluwatimi.
Yeah.
I'm going to be curious about Bo Stevens, number 60. If he, the rookie draft pick, when he gets in, he's been mostly with the third team. There's a first down.
They're going first down.
Now, see, I talked about when I saw you run for 200 plus yards. I think some people in this room remember last year against the Chiefs, the Seahawks in the preseason ran for over 200 yards. And we were like, is this offensive line good all of a sudden? Is this running game? And sure enough, it did prove to be an indicator of what this offense was going to look like. Ended up in the number 3 scoring offense in the NFL. People forget this offense put up the franchise's most points ever last year. They did. They talk about the defense. They forget about how good that offense was.
I think that's a compliment. Hey, great. Oh, yeah.
Little
great
play
pickup.
action. Just get rid of it, Drew. Smart. It did quite get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they call intentional grounding there or not. But, one of the things that Brian Fleury has tried to bring to this offense is motion at the snap. And I'm curious if we're going to see if they're going to show that here. They've been pretty static so far.
You see that blitz pickup right there?
Right. What'd you see?
Man.
Mr. Holani?
Holani, yes, sir. Yep. Great reads, great pass protection. He see the linebacker coming from depth. He stays in there. He's not catching him. He steps up. He still get his play action off. He didn't even abort it. Beautiful. Where
did you first learn blitz pickup? Who's the first person that started working on that with you?
When I was at the University of Michigan, I wasn't the best pass protector, but I was always willing and always showed up and always, came prepared. But it wasn't until I truly got to Central Michigan. I had a coach named Gino Gadugli. He used to play quarterback. I think he went to Cincinnati Bearcats. I don't know if I remember. But this guy, man, he took the game. He knew I was a natural runner, but he wanted me to take my game to a different level. And he just spent time with me. I think spending time and because you got different learners. You got different guys. Everybody's unique. And I never took things personally. I just always tried to get better and find ways to, improve.
There goes Drew. Ooh.
All right.
And you see Mason Richmond there, number 70. We got a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is. Mason Richmond is in there playing left guard. And this is a guy that some people probably know now from Hard Knocks because of the sledgehammers holding up with Riley Mills. But I got a personal foul face mask. We'll take that.
Yes.
A guy that I would really keep an eye on because I think he has potential to be the backup center. I think he has a potential to be the backup guard behind Anthony Bradford. And Anthony Bradford might not be here next year. So we're going to see how that goes.
So we got to be licking their chops getting in.
We got 1st and 10.
Yeah.
We got TVs at different points. Not everything's at the same point. Whoa, and there it goes. Something really good must have happened. Curious if we're getting a lot of the game commentary, if people are able to hear us still.
Right.
Guys, we lost audio for us. Not to mention the game itself. Well, we got it over there at least.
Yeah. Right behind you. Yeah, we got Alani taking a lot of the load today.
So
great play action. All right.
Play action 2.
There it is.
That is Elijah Arroyo.
Hey,
Elijah Arroyo, one of the guys that I think people probably called out and we didn't hear, but Elijah Arroyo, second-round pick last year from Miami. The guy runs like a deer, and he plays tight end, man. Yeah. He's got real opportunity to jump this year.
He's showing you right now. And I think don't be surprised they go back to him in that end zone.
Oh man,
be excited, right?
This guy's tall. He's long. He'll stretch his arms out. He catches outside this frame. Great player. So you got Jake Bobo with.
You see him? We put him on the outside with him.
Let's see what they do. Oh man, we just lost it.
That's all right.
I'm gonna imagine something really good happening. There's a running play. It looks like. Right. This is fun. They're keeping us active. Like, what TV are we gonna watch in here? There's one there.
All right, we're gonna.
There's one there.
We got them all over.
That's good. That's the benefit of having all these TVs. I also have done renovations in my house, and not everything works exactly as I expected. So I appreciate the people here who are probably working feverishly to get this all straightened out. Well, there's Brian Fleury in his first red zone. Red zone. What is he going to dial up here? 2nd and goal. Mr. Helani, he got the look at. He's getting this ball. He's getting this ball.
You think so?
That's the look in his eyes, man.
If it's
power. Nothing there. Yeah. Nothing there on the right side of that line.
Yeah, it get kind of tight down there, especially when you're running a power play right there like that one. You probably want to speed up on that handoff. Kind of bang it in there a little bit.
How often, like Ken Walker last year, a guy that Seahawks, let go. A lot of his touchdowns weren't designed. He'd bounce them and run them where he saw the opening. How often was that the case versus you ran it exactly as it was designed?
Oh man, I think some of our best plays probably, it probably wasn't perfect, so we had to kind of create it. Pure instinct, love for the game. You always we got a touchdown.
Where is it? Montori Foster Jr., folks, number 87.
We got one, baby.
Let's go.
As y'all see it, we got the cowbell.
What a throw by Drew Lock between 3 defenders, and what a catch. Montori Foster Jr., I'll tell you, folks, not only is he fun to watch here, follow him on social media. Follow him on TikTok. This guy captures his whole life. Everything he's done, and I learned more about Montori last year from his TikTok than I did from talking to him. But this guy has been the best player in camp. I'm not saying he is the best player, but every single opportunity he's had in practice, he is making plays. And
I love it.
Happy for that guy. Yeah. Very, very happy for that guy. Happy for Drew Lock. I mean,
what'd you think about that first series?
What did you think? You tell me, man.
I love it. I think the guys that they're not going out forcing anything, not pressing. I think like we talked about earlier, guys are looking definitely dialed in on their mechanics. The guys are running, they get a feel of the game. So I think projected pretty good.
So what did you see from Mr. Helani? Give me a little run game. What did you like? What do you think maybe could be a little better?
Right now, I think he's doing great. He's dropping back. He's getting his play action, handoffs and everything good. I think he's doing good right now. He'll gain more opportunities because you got different style of running backs too. Sometimes you got to get a few carries underneath you. Some guys can come out a little bit faster and quicker. But we'll see as the game go on.
So we got a comment in chat here from Sour Skittles. Sour Skittles says, "I've seen enough. We're repeating."
Already?
Yeah. Are you ready? Are we ready?
But the defense haven't even came out here just yet.
I know.
I thought that was the highlight of the season last year.
Here's the thing. Mike McDonald, defensive coach, right? Yeah. Genius.
Yeah.
Top defense in the league in Baltimore. Comes to Seattle. First part of the season, not so great. Ends the season top 5 defense. Then last year, number 1 defense. And everyone's like, this is defense. Well, you know what? In training camp with a new offensive coordinator, the best unit on the field has been the offense almost every day. Mm-hmm. And I've talked to Ernest Jones about this. I've talked to the guys on that side of the ball.
Yeah.
They've been frustrated.
Yeah.
Devin Witherspoon, by the way, congratulations to Devin Witherspoon, number 1 highest paid cornerback in the game. what a draft. I mean,
he got that type of fire too from the guys when I was playing.
Yeah.
You can just tell. It's a difference. You know, and you can tell he got that fire. I hope it never burn out because everybody feeds off of that, especially when you got that guy at the cornerback position. You know, got that type of fire. You call him one of the best leaders on the defense. Yeah, I think that speak loud to the defense.
Well, I remember when watching you run, and I remember a really distinct play where you could have gone out of bounds, you cut back in and trucked a guy, and watching that sideline erupt behind, like the way that a running back, the way that somebody that hits offensively or defensively can impact the overall identity of a team. It matters. There's a reason Pete Carroll and John Snyder traded for Marshawn Lynch. There's a reason they wanted guys like you that ran a specific way to kind of set the tone.
Well, you want guys, you know, who's working these muscles to be able to express yourself and have these type of breakthroughs. You know, so you know, looking for ways to get better. I used to work on. I used to call it like a hit, lift, and drive. You know, because I'm already low gravity, right? And I want to hit them on a lift. I want to drive them, and I got a chance to. In that situation, I've been trying to master that for years. No matter how many people I ran over, how many carries I have, you know, I wanted to do that, and I got a chance to do it that game. So it's just one of those things. When you're an athlete, you're always working to get better at something, and everybody may not need to know what that is, or maybe the critics. But I think if you be able to have the opportunity to go out there to express yourself, it'll show up. Especially just looking at these guys for today.
You know, it's amazing. Is like you see a kickoff, you see a punt. We lost audio again, folks. Hopefully the guys are working on it.
No worries.
But kickoffs are big, and Jared Ivey just made a big play on the kick return. That's a big deal for him. He's not had the best camp.
The defense being stingy, we love it.
Yeah, it's good to see Tyrese Knight out there, number 48. He's actually missed some time lately, so he's been great and good. Sam Howell, folks. Anybody remember Sam Howell?
Was he here for a
second? He was here. Like, he actually got traded for a pick that got turned into AJ Barner. So not a bad trade from a Seahawks perspective.
Yeah.
So hopefully the guys in the booth are probably working on it. There's no one in the booth right now. So maybe they're just running for the hills, but hopefully they'll get this squared away. Folks online can hear us still, and folks that we'll try to scream a little louder, but 3rd and 4, 3rd and medium. You got Patrick O'Connell in there in the middle. There's Riley Mills, number 98. Big Riley Mills. Let's see what he does on this. That guy is an absolute beast. Oh, false start. Lumen Field. Already looming loud.
Let's do it.
So
I think it's pretty cool too how we didn't have any flags on that first series. I'm looking forward to the next series.
That's a great point.
We can kind of be consistent within that.
Yeah, I think that's a really great point. Like,
you see, because we have motion, you see the flow.
Yes,
you know?
and a flag can just take you out of that rhythm.
Take you out of that rhythm.
Yeah,
you know, the guys.
Absolutely. So now it's a 3rd and 9. Let's see if they can get after him a little bit. 3rd and 9. There's I think Mike Morris, number 94, standing up. They got the linebacker mugged up in the gap there, dropping off. Good rush.
So
good rush by Riley Mills, and there's Tyrese Knight.
That looked like a bear front to the back. Let's see.
This is a linebacker guarding a receiver. Look at him drop off into coverage. That's a linebacker guarding a slot receiver. And look at him break on that ball.
Yep. Got a bear front.
Look at that.
Good D.
That is outstanding defense by Tyrese Knight. You couldn't ask for better defense from a linebacker in coverage. So, I mean, maybe we should be thankful Sam Howell's doing Sam Howell things.
Let's see what's up in the punt return game right now. Let's see.
That's Cody White.
Get outside. There you go, Cody. Get outside. Right. He get excited. I love it.
So, Braden.
Yeah, I got
Braden. Can you check on the audio? We've lost our audio. Can you go tell the guys we've lost audio? People can't hear us. Yeah. They can't hear us.
Are we back? Yeah.
No. Here. Our volume, our audio is not being pumped in anymore. All right. So 80-yard drive for a touchdown.
That's right.
And then a 3 and out. That's not a bad way to start, man.
So some
So
of the other guys some reps and
special teams. Special teams is a big deal.
mm-hmm.
What was your kind of approach to special teams when you came in as a rookie, undrafted, knowing that special teams might be a deciding factor?
It is definitely a deciding factor. Every chance I had the opportunity to go out and practice, I made sure I go out there and I work for myself, but work the guys who I knew that would potentially still be out there. But one thing when coach gave me opportunities out there before I was a premier back, just to put myself out there and give myself a chance. And I was one of those guys. I was always a hard worker. So any drill, anything I've done, I was just always working hard. Sometimes I probably wasn't supposed to be over in one drill. I probably was over there. So it was one of those things. But it's super important. You never know how the chips may fall or the luck of the draw. But I can tell you, I didn't play a lot of special teams when I was in the NFL. But the moments and the opportunities when I did, I showed up and I showed that I could still contribute to the team.
Well, I think one of the things that folks don't always appreciate, coaches do, is coaches will kind of like look at a player, and if they want to play special teams, if they ask to play special teams, if they like excel on it, that's just a signal of how much they love the game.
It is,
right?
Because special teams, it's hard to do. And then, especially like running backs, receivers, we always getting the touchdowns. We getting a lot of the love in a lot of different ways. So I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm sorry. But when you think about it, sorry, I had a brain fart. Sorry.
That's all right. No worries. Yeah. So, I mean, when you see these kick returns, when you see the punt returns, punt coverage, all of those things, those are some of the biggest plays that are going to happen tonight for some people. So,
yeah, and that's what and that is the deciding factor, because that's what other teams are looking for. It's bigger than just offense and defense. Because if you take out the equation of special teams out the game, you truly can't be successful in that win column. I mean, maybe so, but it's still a part of it. So you want to give yourself that.
Ask the Rams if they can be successful without a good special teams. So Drew Lock's back out on the field. Seahawks take over at their own 35. Little screen. Nice block there. I think that was Eric Saubert, or was that? Yeah, I think that was Eric Saubert on the block. That's Velus Jones on the catch. They're trying to get Velus on the edge. They want to showcase his speed, man. I think that's pretty clear. And there's Josh Jones, left tackle. Yeah. There is Cliff Averill talking to
there's Cliff,
the man of the day.
All right.
Devin Witherspoon. Let's I don't know about you guys. I'm always like, I love that you're interviewing these guys, but I want to watch the game. Let's watch the game. There's a nice little play action. Incomplete over the middle, intended for Jake Bobo. So how much does it change, in a locker room when a guy gets paid? I mean, everyone kind of gives him a little.
Everybody be happy. Of course, they're giving him some crap.
Yeah.
But they want to see if he's gonna change the process. How you gonna come back the next day?
You watch them, don't you?
It does. Because you don't want things to change. You don't want to change the investment that we already, put into it.
So 3rd and 11 here, not an easy one. Let's see. This is something the Seahawks struggled with last year, was 3rd and long. And not that anyone's great at it. Oh, they had him. Oh, he was wide open. That's Elijah. Oh, no, that's Jake Bobo.
Yeah, Bobo.
And that's on Drew Lock. That was a wide open player.
Hey, what about the pass protection from the O-line right now? Shout out to the O-line right now.
That's a great call.
These guys are holding up and giving them time.
Yeah, I think Drew's gonna want that one.
He don't want that back. Yeah, I was about to say he probably gonna want that back.
So
try and get it back. Yeah.
Give us a little bit of insight into Russell Wilson in the huddle. What was like? Everyone hears, Russell. Yeah. Russell's a different kind of guy.
Yeah.
When he's in the huddle, is he the same guy? Is he different? What's he like?
No, he's the same guy. He got his routine, man. He's definitely routine to the T as far as, when it comes to the process. Everybody got their handshake that we do with everybody, of course. And he just, always making sure that the play call is there, making sure everybody good. And, sometimes we still want him to kind of express it in his way, but in a little bit with the team. But I'll tell you, great leader. Russ always practiced hard, showed up. I'm glad I got a chance to play with him the few years I was here. I always knew I never had a problem as far as when I was in the running back. You know, whenever I'm in the backfield, I know Russell's going to play and show it and give it his all. You know, so I know that for sure because of how he approached the game in practice and how he take care of himself and his body, because that's the number one thing to do. You know, to give yourself, you know, to be available. But when it came to the game, you know, I wanted a little bit more, just a connection from him. But you know, I know we still got to buy into everything else. But man, shout out to Russ too.
I mean, Russ was always an interesting character because, I mean, burst onto the scene as a rookie, wins a Super Bowl in his second season, threw one of the prettiest deep balls you're ever going to see, was a threat with his legs, you know, didn't turn the ball over very much, was clutch, like made a lot of plays in the end. But like wasn't always the guy that the team rallied around. Like, you know, not always the guy that the defense rallied around.
Well, the thing is the people, the team, you know, everything is gonna show. It'll show. You know, the defense is a huge part because they're going against him and they got to show up on their side. But he's also a huge part of the offense and how we got to show up.
Yeah.
You know, so it was one of those things where, you know, you always want to approach the game and have some type of respect for, you know, just for the game. And then we rally around that and build, you know, relationship, you know, camaraderie around the team, you know, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Seahawks have 2 possessions, 1 touchdown. Drew Lock was a quarterback both times. I don't know about you, man. I'm ready to see a little Jalen. Like, I know Drew needs his reps, but man, I want to see a little Jalen Milroe.
Well, we know what Drew. We know what Drew can do.
That's right.
We know what he can do. We know he was going to do that, right?
Yeah,
he can go back down and do it. So yeah, I think today Milroe about to have one of those games.
Well, the defense has got to do their job here, you know, and you know, so far, you know, I think looking here at where things are, the Cowboys have a total of 6 yards. Cowboys have 6 yards. Seahawks, they are at, let's see, they got to be over 80. No, they actually only are at 45 because they had the pass interference was a big chunk of that. But 6 yards for the Cowboys with 4:57 to go in the first quarter. And here we go. Looks like they have got Sam Howell still out there. There's Riley Mills up the middle, a little screenplay. They got the Seahawks. Oh, I thought maybe you got him there.
Yeah.
They got the Seahawks pursuing and had the right call at the right time. How much did you like screenplays?
I love screenplays.
When did you know when they were going to work and when did you know they weren't?
I had to work on my screenplays because
it's tough, right? Timing wise?
Yeah, the timing, because I'm so fast and sometimes I'll be so anxious to get out.
Yeah.
So one thing you want to do as a running back when it comes to screen passes, you want to be a great actor. But then you still got to be able to anticipate the type of defense that's out there. So being a third down running back and being out there, it's a huge responsibility because a third downs are our money downs. So, but yeah, I used to love the screens. Be patient, and then you get it. Chances is you're gonna break for a long one, but it's just the timing, and then sometimes the defense they're ready for it. So it's one of those things we got to be a little bit sneaky with.
Nice play by 17 there, Noah Igbenogany. Noah Igbenogany was former first-round pick, and the signing of Terrion Arnold by the Seahawks has some potential implications for this guy.
Is he playing tonight?
He is not. He's not yet on the roster,
okay.
But I think next week we will see him. Another play by T. Knight, so good to see that. But Noah Igbenogany is he's an interesting player. He's a vet. He's a big dude, and there's a lot of the guys in that locker room that really respect the way he works, the way he hits, the way he plays the run as a corner, and he can play inside or out. So, he's going to play on some roster. I'm not positive it's going to be in Seattle.
Oh. How about Knight? How about Tyrese Knight out there?
Knight, man. 48.
Man, you've been saying his name pretty. And then the leadership skills he's taking on, getting the defense set up, communicating.
Oh, that was a false start. They didn't call it. Another breakup. That's
Yeah.
oh, they're gonna call Shamar Jean Charles. I don't think he sees the flag. Now, the unfortunate part there, I think we all saw left tackle jumped.
Yep.
And I asked the officials about this. They were telling us about the new rules this year, and I'm like, oh, what's with the fact that the tackles seem to get jumps? And they were like, well, we can't always tell. And I'm like, man, it seemed. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big grab.
Yeah.
You ready?
Where he's trying. Oh, did we get a winner?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Great. Thank you. So first down and 10 at about the Seahawks, at the Cowboys 48. Inside handoff, not much there. I think that was Riley Mills getting in on that one. If I saw it.
Big Mills.
Was that him? No, Tyrese Knight again.
Knight again.
I saw an 8.
He's under there.
But not a 98. So
Gotta wait to the. We gotta wait to
there
the.
he is.
Yeah. Gotta wait to the pile clear.
That's
Gotta
right.
Wait to the pile
That's
clear.
right. There is
Tyrese
Connor
Knight.
O'Toole. I think maybe he's saying his helmets, his face
Some
mask.
backup
is loose.
linebackers make some noise, make some actions.
Let's
I
get
know
some
these
pass
guys trying
rush.
to.
Let's get some pass rush, man. Like, get the quarterback on the ground.
Look like they in base D. No rotation.
Another inside handoff. Nothing there. So let me ask you this, Thomas.
Yes.
One of the things that made the Seahawks last year is they played more nickel defense, more extra defensive backs than any other defense in the league, and they were the best run defense in the league. When you see a extra defensive back come on the field, aren't you like
I'm
licking
licking
your
my chops. Yeah,
right?
I'm smiling. I love it. I can't sleep at night if they hit me. But I can tell you, I think that's a compliment to what we have and the type of players we have and the mentality and the trust from the coaching staff. When you think about that, we got some guys they're coming downhill.
I mean, that's where guys like Leonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence, Jaron Reed, Nick Emanwari, all these guys.
Yeah.
Did you ever see a player like Nick Emanwari? 6'3", 220, runs a 4.3 40.
All around. And
like
those football have great
43-inch
instinct.
vert, and plays like 6 positions.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
As a rookie, 22 years old.
Man, it's such a gift. And then be able to put it on display and have the front office and the team kind of trust you and letting you, putting that stamp on who you are, and especially when you putting that Seahawk uniform on. So I think that's a big deal for him. That's huge.
Sam Howell is a little bit of a scrambler. There's this thing that happens with John Schneider. We all love John Schneider here, Executive of the Year last year. But if you play well against the Seahawks, John Schneider wants you to be on the Seahawks. And Sam Howell had a good game with the Commanders against the Seahawks, and then all of a sudden John Schneider trades for him. Well, thankfully, the next year, Sam Darnold had a good game against the Seahawks. John Schneider wanted him here. That one worked out a little bit better than the Sam Howell one. But, you want to be on the Seahawks, play well against them.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember when I was playing, I'll do some damage against some teams, and we'll be talking stuff. Next thing you know, a couple weeks later, they on my team. Got to give them high five. So one of those. Well, you learn to embrace the game, but I can tell you the practices do get chippy, and I love it. Yeah.
Was there who was the chippiest in practice when you were playing?
Me?
Yeah.
Me.
You were.
We got a ton. It was a ton of us.
Who would you chop it up with? Who was your number one target with your talking?
You gotta realize I had Mike Bennett on the end.
I
had Bruce Irvin on the other end, but he used to have his little ski mask on. You can see his mouth move, but we talking. Of course, Sherm, he gonna talk his stuff.
Yep.
But Earl, he's one of the most silent assassins. So Earl, he ain't gonna say too much, but he definitely one of those. But yeah, a lot of us, man. But it was a part of the game. That's why when I got here, I felt like I belong here. I didn't have a doubt. I had nothing to doubt.
Yeah.
How could I doubt when I'm doing something I love?
Yeah.
My mentality and approach is everything coach and everything Seahawk way, the 12s. Every day I leave the building, and it's just always something to look forward to and be happy about. Every day, I didn't even know if I was truly really good. I just knew I had a different energy and a presence about me when I showed up to the building. Like, I love it. I love it. Even if I had to love to get better. Like even when I was on my little scooter, when I was hurt, when I broke my ankle, I still be rolling around, still I'm still looking for ways to get better, still taking pictures, still doing stuff, because these small minerals, man, because to keep that fire, to do what you love, it has to be a part of like who you are. And you know, I think it just showed that, you know, it just, you know, one of those things. So, but yeah.
Well, so if you had to pick, you had to pick one guy. You're in an alley, and someone is coming after you. Who from your playing days would you pick to have your back? Who would be the guy?
That's a good question. That's a great.
It's not
question.
always the biggest guy. Sometimes sometimes the scrappiest guy.
Man, that is a good question.
Like my mind goes like,
I'm trying to really think. Who would I call?
Like Tony McDaniel, or
T-Mac. See, I'm sorry, I can't remember some stuff. I don't really remember.
Yeah, well, yeah,
but man, like T-Mac and those
do.
guys. Yeah, I remember. I went down to Atlanta. I got a chance to see him down there too. That's where he was from.
Dude,
but,
that guy was.
Yeah,
he was a big.
Guys. Oh no, I know who.
Who?
You guys remember? I forgot how to say his first name. I think it was Ruben.
Yeah,
big boy, Atomic Ruben.
Yeah, Atomic Ruben.
Yeah, Atomic Ruben. He played D tackle.
Yes,
man. This guy, man, he was who he was. Wasn't very boisterous, but man, he was
tough, dude.
At least I was young too, so I was like, I think about some of those guys like that.
There's
I just remembered them.
I love that. I forgot about Atomic Ruben, and John Schneider went on this little run during that era where he had Colin Cole, and then he had Tony McDaniel, and then he had Taba Rubin and Clinton McDonald. He had all these kind of backup defensive tackles that were all really good and played like
but
big,
some
big
of these
roles.
guys too. Some of these guys you may not see them on the football field, like play like that and stuff. But if you have personal relationship with these guys and actually took the time, to talk to them and see who they are, that's why I said it. But just knowing, I mean, of course he's big, but having some conversations and seeing who he is, he's probably one of those guys.
Now there's a slant, and who got beat on that? That was Nehemiah Pritchett. We'll see if he is going to be the guy that gets the call, depending on how things go with Terrion Arnold. So we will see on that. One of the guys they showed the guy pulling his face mask that was loose. That was 57, Connor O'Toole.
Yeah.
This is a guy that was an undrafted rookie last year, actually got onto the roster and played a few snaps. And, I talked to Connor this offseason, and he's put on some weight because he wants to be a better run defender. So as much as you want to see an edge rusher get after the passer, a big part of getting on this team as a edge defender is, do you set the edge? And for you, did you notice when you watch film or you get ready for your next opponent, would you notice when a defensive end was a guy, or an outside linebacker was a guy that was a really good edge setter?
Yeah. And that's why sometimes when you see some of the running backs come out the backfield, we'll kind of on our routes, we'll kind of come over here and we'll kind of chip them, because we always want to use the chip block whenever we're having one of those stout guys to give our tackle a little bit more, help on that end. And you always want to make sure you get them in his gut pretty good too.
Well, there's a nice little swing, and one of the things you see there, it's a little bit of a nuance, but one of the things I noticed differently with Mike McDonald, the way he coaches in practice, is when you get a player in space like that, one of the things you want two defenders on either side that are going to converge. So it's not one man that has to bring him down. Right. And Mike would run drills on that regularly, and you could see it over the course of his first year with the team that they got better and better about tackling in space.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you put a player like you in space against one guy,
it's over.
There's no chance.
It's over,
right?
Yeah.
So
with them having the purposeful intent behind it, it just shows. It goes back to the investment of the process. It shouldn't matter who's in there. Hey, we got to set the edge. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even the cornerback. Yeah. You're talking about the DN, but what about if the DN has some problems? He's not perfect.
Yes.
He's going to bounce that read, and guess what? Now we got the cornerback, so he's still got a job to do.
You're right. And cornerbacks tackling has become a real big deal. For a while, that was a thing that Reek Woolen was a guy that people were really frustrated. Pete Carroll benched him because he didn't feel like he was tackling well enough.
Yeah.
So,
well, you remember when you was talking about having the will to play special teams?
Yeah.
You got to have the will to come up and make a tackle too as a cornerback. You know,
absolutely.
Because they're not over in the 9 or 7 drills.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So,
well, and you also like the body types are different. Like I remember Sherm, he's a big lanky dude, and he was willing, but his body sometimes wasn't made for hitting. Like it would crumple up a little bit.
But when he had his opportunities, he gonna give it all to you.
That's right. That's right.
Right. And that's what put fear in a lot of people.
Nice play there.
Yeah, because especially as a like an old school type running back, we can feel the breath of a defense. And so just imagine naturally if we feel in the breath of the defense and we know when we can go to this side and go to this side, it's kind of soft. But then you're going to have to start thinking about some stuff, when you're coming downhill like that, making tackles.
Thomas, I got a surprise for you.
Yeah.
Guess who just made the big hit?
Who?
Tyrese Knight.
You've been saying his name all night.
He's making me.
All night.
He's making me 3rd and 7 in the red zone. Let's see if the Seahawks can get off the field here. A little bit of a blitz there. Made him. Hurried him up. Sped him up. And that was no Igbenogany. So
hey, think about the confidence surrounding him.
Yeah.
Tyrese Knight by being a middle linebacker, getting the calls, stopping them, making plays. That got to be extra motivating for the guys around him.
You could see the sideline enjoying that because this is a guy that this time last year, he had been the starter in 2024. He got hurt in training camp. Then all of a sudden, Drake Thomas gets some snaps. And all of a sudden, Drake Thomas ends up having one of the most surprising years of any player on the Seahawks. For people that don't know, the numbers he put up, the tackles for loss, the interceptions, the sacks, he put up a season that only 2 other linebackers have put up in the last 15 years. Shaquille Leonard his rookie year in Indianapolis and Matt Milano in Buffalo in 2022. Both of those players were first-team All-Pros. So Drake Thomas put up a first-team All-Pro level season, and that kept Tyrese Knight from getting back on the field. But what did Tyrese Knight do? He went into special teams and turned into an absolute terror.
Yep.
And then when he got his chance to come back on the field against Arizona, 2 strip sacks that turned into 2 touchdowns returned by DeMarcus Lawrence because this guy knows how good he is. And he didn't waver. He didn't go into a hole when he lost his starting role.
I look for guys like that because the game would challenge you on every level. It's a test to everything. Being the second, third string, it's going to test you. It's going to see if you love it. It's going to see if you're still going to punch that ball out or find the pointy end of that ball and rip it out. Whenever your name is called. So I really want to give him shout out too because he's out there playing his heart out right now. And there's some guys before the game who have jitters, right? Like they're thinking, right? So they want to feel like who is the guys who aren't thinking, right? So you gravitate, and that's something that's not spoken. That's something that is did. Like
you can feel.
You can do. Yeah. It's what you do, and that's why that's why the respect and the love of the game should always be cherished. Competition should always be embraced.
Yeah, I love that, and I'm curious. We'll see. We won't know this till after the game, but I would not be surprised if Adden Dirty, the defensive coordinator, is actually calling plays tonight. Like Mike McDonald is the play caller during the season for the defense.
So who's calling it today? You think?
I think it might be AD. I think like more and more they're giving him opportunity. You don't want Sean McVay to have someone else calling offensive plays in the season. I don't want anyone but Mike McDonald calling defensive plays during the regular season. But Adden Dirty is such a huge part of this team that people don't fully appreciate what he brought DeMarcus Lawrence. He brought Hankins, who just retired. He brought Dante Fowler. All those guys wouldn't be here if he wasn't here. And he pours so much into that defensive line. I think this guy's going to be a future head coach. It's going to be hard for Mike McDonald when he goes because those guys – They're tight. They're tight. But
I'm glad he got a couple guys from his outside source teams. I'm glad he did that because it still showed that, hey, these guys can still buy into our process and we turn these guys into champions.
Did you notice? Sorry, no, finish this up.
And even though we got a great rotation, it still doesn't mean that we still can't be effective and still have a different outcome and take another step of approach. I think we're going for it.
I 100% agree. Like Mike he's gonna be like McVay in the sense that he's gonna bring in great coach after great coach and help develop him. That is, that is Cody White.
Yeah,
that didn't go so well for Cody there. Didn't go so well. Now the Seahawks have an embarrassment of riches in the return game. I mean, you got Rashid Shaheed, all-pro level returner. You got Torrey Horton, who also returned a punt for a touchdown as a rookie. You've got Jadarian Price, who was there we go. Jalen Milroe time. Let's go. Let's go. And you got also different offensive linemen. Mari Kite, number 79, will play left tackle. There's Bo Stevens right next to him. I think he will probably be right guard. Oh, it looks like Mari Kite's playing right tackle, which is interesting. Still got Olu at center. You got Mason Richmond at left tackle and
let's see Helani get in there. Let's play some football, guys.
Let's get a little play action. Let's get play action. Let him get the ball deep.
They get another 19.
All right. Well, hand it off. You did that well. You get him a little easy start, right? But I'm a little surprised George Helani's still in the game in the second quarter. A little surprised. But I'll tell you what. Maybe you know something I don't. I think Zach Charbonnet might be back a lot earlier than people think.
I say not. I know the 12s love that one. I love it too, honestly. But I love the position he is right now because everything is going to work out okay with us getting the first round draft pick.
Yeah,
and then the NFL from mid to late season will be ran down. I think when Zach Charbonnet he come in and get his opportunities.
Oh no, Jalen! He got it back.
What did I miss?
Fumble snap.
I think we just talked about mechanics. I think we just talked about mechanics. We want to, just focus in detail on getting the ball, taking your steps.
Well, here's the thing, Thomas, is okay, so that happened. Something like that happened last year. Now, can he flush it and be ready to play productively?
That's
going to
show who
right?
I can't answer it for you, but that's he have to show who he is.
Yep.
He got to remember why he played football. He got to remember why he's here to have fun.
Now, can he throw for this first down?
Yeah, they go to 3-step drop. Boom,
over the middle.
There it is. They go to mechanics.
Go.
There you go.
Let's go.
There it is. Got to remember having fun.
That is a big deal right there.
Timing, you see it? The timing things.
Watch him hit his drop, and the ball's out, and it's over. Like he is an assassin over the middle of the field. I have seen him time and again. He's so comfortable throwing over the middle of the field. And Jake Boba is a great big target there. That's after fumbling a snap, you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is just like last year. I'm not making the most of my opportunities. To come back and make that play, convert third down is a big deal. Let's see what he does the rest of this drive. Nice little boot. This is a staple of this offense. Now, the great thing with Jalen Milroe is if the boot isn't there, if the pass isn't there, those defenders do not want to be on the edge with Jalen Milroe.
They don't.
That's very different than Sam Darnold being on. Now, Sam's great, but when Jalen Milroe's on the edge, they got a lot to be thinking about.
And we know he can extend plays, but we just want him to extend plays in the right fashion when we know that he can do. And that's going to be the difference.
A little hold on the Cowboys. Let's go.
That's good.
See, they got a little nervous on the boot and had to hold one of the receivers.
I bet Coach was talking about, I bet he was priding the team on not having flags and, clean football and then just live with the outcome because he trusts that if they do that they can beat themselves. They can beat themselves and come out with success.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line of the Seahawks. Got a little motion. Looks like that might be Nick Callerup. Man, this guy is a 270-pound false start. Darn it.
Got a little bit of single back. But you know what? I think you asked me a question earlier about the motion.
Yes.
And that's go back to timing and everything, too.
How does it affect you as a running back? Like, do you notice the defense shift? Like, if you see a defense shift to adjust to motion, does that change your approach on the carry?
On the carry?
Yeah.
Sometimes only if we have another play call with it. So sometimes, let's just say if we're doing a play action with 19, a pass play action 19, we may have an offset of a 36 or 18. All depends on the rotation of the safeties or maybe the cornerback backed up or, maybe, just different reads, maybe a bare front. All depends on, the look. But that's something that we do internally through preparation. So guys have to be able to take the board, take what we've done, and put it right here today because everything we know is there. It is there. But it is still we still asking these guys to do something tough, but that is what we do, and that is why we always love about the 12s.
That's one of the things I love about football is how many guys have to be in coordination to make something work, and if one of them isn't, the whole thing can be blown up. So inside handoff there to George Halani, not much. It's going to be 3rd and long. This is, preseason. This doesn't count, but it counts for how these guys are preparing. Let's see what Jalen Milroe looks like in an obvious passing situation. One of the stats that I think you're going to see come out much more in the NFL is percentage of dropbacks that are in obvious pass situations. One of the things, Matt Stafford last year, MVP, he had the fewest percentage of his snaps that were in obvious dropback situations, so defenses could not tee off on him. So these are the hardest situations in the NFL for a quarterback to execute. Let's see how Jalen does. Yeah, you're not going to pick it up. Oh, is he going to pick it up?
We got it. There it is.
That I got to say.
7 plays running.
Let's
see.
If you had that in your bag, Thomas, now you did. If you had that as a quarterback, it would be hard to not just run every time, right?
All the time. I think it's so easy, right? I could do this all day.
He is one of the most dynamic athletes on that team, a Super Bowl team. And so, they do. The defense does not want to see that.
They don't. Because they got to account for him. And then it throws the defensive coordinator up because you don't want to put a spy on him, right?
No.
Right?
Let's see.
So it throws him off balance. That's what we want to do. Just throw him off balance.
There's Bayless Jones. Nice little run up the middle. You know what I really want?
Yeah.
I want him to stamp this drive with a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Like, let's see him sustain like a couple of third downs, one that he converted with his arm, one that he converted with his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see him like build on this.
And then we got to be back. And then we have to be better runners in the backfield to get our shoulder square and fall forward. We don't want to be turned backwards. When the end zone is that way, we don't want to be looking back that way, getting hit. We always want to, stand stout in there. That helps the quarterback too. That helps the game. That helps the motion of that one voice of the game that we're looking for.
Absolutely. Shotgun here. There's a quick pass. I think that was Nick Callerup. So Nick Callerup. Now, I don't think there's any bigger number difference in the world than 89 on Doug Baldwin and 89 on Nick Callerup.
I was about to say that looked different. I started reaching for my pen. I'm like, who was 89?
That is wild.
Shout out to Doug. Shout out to Doug.
Big, like 6'7", 270-pound tight end with a big beard. Like, I've got a Doug Baldwin jersey hanging in my closet, and it would not fit on Nick Callerup. I'll tell you that much. So interesting seeing a lot of shotgun for Jalen Milroe. One of the differences between offense is the amount. And so I'm going to be curious how much of that is a Jalen Milroe thing, how much of that's a Brian Fleury thing. But, Sam Darnold, as good of a player as he is, he was one of the best under center quarterbacks in the NFL last year. But he had some challenges in shotgun. So I'm going to be interested to see, does Brian Fleury say, Sam, we're going to stick with what you're great at? Or Sam, we're going to actually help you get better at being a shotgun quarterback. And running out of shotgun versus under center, did you have a preference?
I think I was a natural run. A chance to spend some time over with the Jets. That's when I was over there with Leo and Sam Darnold. And so when you talk about the shotgun position for him, I got a chance to witness that when I was there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure what it was, but he was definitely more comfortable under center. He definitely more was. And then when it came down to the shotgun plays, just the confidence and everything, he was still trying to process everything else. So I think his journey is going to speak for his career, because it forces you to approach the things that probably you never approached, or
probably to learn something new.
You have to do those things. Now, mind you, he still have great trajectory because he have that gene.
Yeah.
And that gene is tough. It's tough to have and to really have those breakthroughs.
Well, it's funny as you're talking there. One of the things that kind of comes to mind for me is quarterbacks have a lot going on. Like they have to think about protections. They're thinking about where the safeties are, the linebackers, everything that's going on. They've got to check to all that stuff, run, pass. And you
See,
wonder.
That's why when you ask me about, the call, like, what are you hearing? Like, what is this? Because I whatever the quarterback says, the running back, I may only got 2 calls in there. So my quarterback, so my I won't say easy because you still gotta. It's some things nobody's job is easy.
No,
right? But imagine, you got a whole play, right?
Yeah.
We got receivers, we got tight ends, we got timing. We got the running back, you got all these different things. The reason I think the Seattle Seahawks, the way we're approaching offense, this year is because I think we're going to be lined up more successful because we're kind of dialing it down.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, you'll dial it down and then make everything get closer together, and everything else will flourish from the game. It's just one of those things you got to buy into. It's one of those things you may not always get all the highlighted media coverage from everything, but hey, it works.
Yeah,
and it's one of those
a great
things.
point. And we got a first down and 10 here at the 36. It looks like there's a handoff to someone fast. That's George Lonnie.
Yeah.
See, every once in a while, Thomas, George Lonnie looks fast,
right?
And a lot of times he doesn't.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know why that is.
If he was here right now, I would tell him, don't look forward to getting tackled. And then when you bounce up here, at some point you got to stick your foot in the ground and get vertical.
That's one of the things you did so well. You were always getting positive yards.
You have to. I wouldn't have took that extra bounce, right? We just want to at least fake it. Boom, go ahead, because that's when you're able to get it to the third level.
Still take 8 yards. No one's complaining about that.
No. We'll take it. We'll take it.
There's a little bit of that motion, a little misdirection, and George Lonnie up the middle.
There you go. That's what we want to see. First down.
And getting back to the shotgun versus under center, one of the things I wonder about with Sam Darnold is when you take a snap under center and in your play action, your back's to the defense, you kind of aren't thinking as much. And like shotgun, you're seeing everything that the defense is doing.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if it's just a little bit cleaner of a read for him to take it under center, back to the defense, come out, and his read's either there or it's not. I don't know. It's also, I think a lot of times under center, they run bootlegs, and he's a really good bootleg quarterback.
Yeah, because he liked the flow of it. Get him a good running back.
Look at that. Oh, come on, Amari. He got a little help from his right tackle there, a little hurt and a little help. That's a nice little cutback there.
Yeah.
If his right tackle wasn't in the way, he might have gotten a lot more. I interrupted you. You were about to say something, Thomas?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just kind of.
No, that's fine.
I feel like I'm in film room. That's when they put the backs on. I feel like I'm in film room.
I love it. Well, that's why we're here, man. That's why we're here. This is amazing for folks to hear your thoughts. There's Velus Jones, it looks like, 33. This is just a nice Seahawks drive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Cowboys offense, haven't seen him for a while, right? Like they're sitting on the sideline, waiting to get in there because the Seahawks are choking the clock out. There's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left before halftime. And Jalen Milroe, this is a professional drive right now.
But it is because as anybody knows, the Seahawks, we like to control drives.
Well, 3rd and 2 here. Let's see how they go after this one. They got the slant. Nice recovery. Was that Cody White? Cody White gets, they're saying no.
Oh, yes, that's a catch.
Oh, I thought he caught it. Let's see. Cody thinks he caught it. Let's see. Cody got bumped off the line, and I thought did a nice job getting himself back in position to make that catch. Let's see. No, that's not going to stand as a catch. Yeah, that's going to be an incompletion. Darn it. I thought Jalen put the ball on him. They're going for it. 4th down. Let's go.
I love it.
Let's go.
Going for it.
Put some pressure on him. Come on. Nope. Oh, come on, Jalen. Oh, what a play. Now, I think this might be coming back, but I love the creativity, the improvisation from Jalen Milroe there.
Yeah.
Holding on the Seahawks. Boo. Boo this man. Come on. That's too bad. Now, they probably kicked the field goal here, right? But I wouldn't hate it if they went for it.
Well, we got to work situational football. It is the preseason. We can kind of see.
So where was the hold? Oh, left guard. That looked like Mason Richmond. Mason Richmond, that's not great, man. Okay, Jason Myers, Mr. Set a scoring record last year, broke the Super Bowl record for most field goals.
Yep, only one scoring.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guy put up a ton of points last year. Let's see how he does here. See how the nation looks. Oh, Jason, did you miss it? He missed it.
Now that was surprising right there.
I don't know. Evan Hill
Shout out to the
somewhere.
preseason.
Evan Hill somewhere is he's got some thoughts on that, different than my thoughts. So I have not always said the nicest things about Jason Myers. I will admit that. I see Jason in the locker room. I do not bother him.
I'm learning right now.
So you know what? I'm not like I was a big Stephen Hauschka guy. I loved Hausch Money.
That's my guy.
That guy, I thought
Hausch
Money, man. Like when you needed a kick to win a game, I was the most calm I've ever been in my entire life as a football fan when he was on there because he did not seem rattled by those moments at all. So like I love a kicker that just makes those types of kicks. The ones that you come back, you're having like a big play, you make a big touchdown, and then they miss the extra point to tie the game. And you're like, those guys drive me crazy.
He's on point. House, he's on point.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about him coming through. But we got a couple more minutes to halftime, folks. So hopefully this has been adding to your experience, not taking away from it. I've been certainly enjoying hearing from Thomas on all this, man. It's a pleasure
being here too. Thank you everybody for coming out to the 12.
Yeah.
Thank you for the platform here.
Absolutely. What do you got going on here at Muckleshoot?
Man, we'll be here for all the away games. So the Muckleshoot Casino is the prime destination, for all the away games. So when the team is away, I'll be here. I'll be here with my cowbell. So when you hear this one, we're going to be scoring a lot of touchdowns and scores and meet and greets, having fun with the 12s and giving back, man, and just embracing the love from the people. That's what I love. That's what I love.
It's great to have you here, and I think people are getting a chance to see why. But that was Jalen Milroe's first drive. It's probably his only drive this half.
Yeah.
What was your read? How would you grade him on that first drive?
I'll give him a little bit of like a B minus.
Yeah.
I'll give him a B minus.
What did you like? What did you feel like you want to see differently?
Like I said, I just don't think too much about the mechanics. Just trust him. And I think when he made plays, running the ball, he did good. We already know, like you said, he's gonna do that. The check down routes, I want to see him take some shots down the field. I want to see him, take a chance, take a risk. Because one thing about a great quarterback, we have to be able to extend drives. And sometimes we may not get a drive back.
Right.
The same way with that Drew Luck pass, he may not get that back. Like he can do a million things right. Hey, he's going to think about this play. You see what I'm saying? So we want to be able to think forward, move forward, and
Riley Mills.
That quarterback.
Oh, who was that? Who do you think made the hit?
Knight. Hey, shout out to Tyrese Knight, man. Tyrese Knight. Yeah, he's having one of those games on the defensive side of the ball.
And you see Riley Mills.
That was
the 98-48 combo that I love to see, taking you to 2-minute warning. Riley Mills knocking the quarterback in the grill, and then Tyrese Knight breaking up. I mean, one of the things that really matters with Tyrese Knight, not only is he making these big plays, big hits, it's in the pass game. Yeah. This guy came out of school from UTEP as a run defender. Everyone knew it. And every time I talked to Tyrese, he kind of I was a good pass defender. I'm like, I know, but not everybody saw that. And so he's had to prove himself. Part of the reason he's not on the field has been Drake Thomas is an excellent pass defender.
I believe it.
And so now what's he doing in this game? He's like, you got questions about my pass defense still?
Take that step up. Then express yourself.
That's right.
I remember I've always been a natural runner, right?
Yes,
but I did have some problems pass protecting earlier on in college. I just didn't understand. But when it was time to raise to that occasion and, when it was my time to, have the opportunities and I just couldn't get them, I had to earn that. That's not falling out the sky. That don't happen calling myself a gamer on game day. That comes through the work. And actually, for him, to be, behind Drake and to do these and have these opportunities, I'm pretty sure he went to a dark place to have to, muster himself up in a lot of different ways to become better. So whatever that is for him, man, I'm glad it's showing today.
Well,
that's huge.
I want to
That's
tell you,
huge.
we got some comments from people in chat for you. Will Fry
Okay.
says, Thomas, you were incredible and so fun to watch. Thanks for all you did for the Seahawks. Seahawks, let's go. We got John Hurlbutt, who is right here. He's in chat somehow as well. He's everywhere, folks. He says, love seeing Thomas's passion for the game. We got Eric Tam says, thank you for the analysis. And then let's see. I think we got some more here. Folks are just loving seeing what you're bringing out here, Thomas, and appreciating you here. So
Thank you all. Thank you all.
love from all over the place for Thomas Rawls, as they should be. So, folks, at halftime, what we'll be doing is we will be one. I got a couple giveaways myself. Two, if you got VIP tickets, we're going to line up. I think we'll line up over here, and we will scan those tickets. I will sign books for people. If you don't have a VIP ticket and you want a signed book with Super Bowl confetti, you can also get in line. You can pay in line for one of those as well. And then up to you guys. Either I can keep doing this after halftime, or we can just turn on the game. It's not gonna bother me either way. If you guys want my commentary, I'm happy to do it. If not, we'll listen to the play-by-play folks. So we'll take a vote in a little bit on that. All right. So Cowboys got the ball. I think it's third down. Now we're under 2 minutes to go. Let's see if the defense can stamp this out and maybe give the offense one more chance.
Look at that Jay Blue back there in that backfield. Shout out to our D-line, man.
Shout out to Riley Mills. Man,
he's a beast. Mike Morris has had a nice game too. It's an important preseason for him. This is a guy that is on the last year of his deal, and there's some guys that are gunning for his snaps. So really important for him. He also had a baby this offseason. So, you want to show out for your kid.
Most definitely.
Oh, a little bit of oh man, it's nice when our guy does it. I don't like seeing their guy do that. I mean, that is one of the things that he can do out there, but you know what? That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all he's got right now. So
got them mugged up linebackers.
What did that do for you at a running back when you saw a linebacker mugged up at the line of scrimmage?
I used to love it because if they came, I can just close the gap right away, go ahead and pick up the back pass protection. But if they back out, I'm looking, boom, boom. I'm looking to the outside. Maybe he'll drop, maybe he'll come. So pass protection, you got to make it fun. I try to make everything I do fun. It's a numbers game. Sometimes it can get tricky because numbers, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes a DN can line up you got to know how to decipher this in like probably not even like 0.5 seconds. Yeah, like a split of a second. So it's just one of those things. And it was one of those things when I got lost in it. I loved it so much that I could just okay, boom, boom. I can tell you where it's coming from, right?
Yeah.
So just one of those things. And then I was one of those players where I need repetition. So when Marshawn used to be sitting down on the water cooler, I used to be running all the plays. And so I just used to embrace it. I didn't know if I was going to play on Sundays. I was just embracing my time, what I was doing, because I love it. Like I love the game. Before I was a running back, I was a linebacker. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why sometimes coach used to have to tell me, Rawls, we know you're a physical runner, but sometimes don't always like go after the guy. But my mentality, I will forget what day it is. And I know because we play on Sundays, but I practice it's like a game Monday through Sunday.
Yep.
So sometimes I could be in the game doing the same things, and I'll say, okay, my bad. It's game day.
I always marvel at guys like you that played, offense and defense, because obviously a linebacker, your job is to seek and destroy. Like you're looking to hit the guy. As a running back, you're trying to avoid the guy as much as possible. There's a lot of guys. Brady Russell played on both sides of the ball. Byron Murphy he was a running back. People don't know that. Byron Murphy was a running back in high school. And then, he switched over to the defensive side. He played linebacker as well. Yep, the guy's a nose tackle now.
That's where my true mentality came from.
I think it's a really unique thing to be able to – people talk about playing different sports and how that can help you. Playing on both sides of the ball. How many players, like Richard Sherman, was a receiver and then as a cornerback?
But that's why he's so smart. It can break down
exactly.
Everything. That's why I can tell you everything about the linebacker.
Were there things that
Yeah,
you were better at a running back because you played linebacker? Were there things you could like, that guy's gonna do
most
this?
definitely. I can tell you right now, the defense is, they're head hunting after us, right? They're predators.
Yeah.
So I can just take their mindset right there and just win.
Yeah.
Whatever that means to you and the people, because my left tackle is important. I know the type of receivers I got, so, and, and then when I got here, Marshawn, he's the guy like that. This is the guy. So his O-line and all his teammates, he had them under his belt. So when I got here, I wasn't trying to like fulfill any shoes or anything. I just wanted to try to make the team better. And so it pushed me to become better in ways that I didn't even know that I could become. But with the opportunities that was presented, I got a chance to showcase it.
I remember that game in Cincinnati, and man, I was so excited. I was like, this guy is something special. And that was not it. I mean, you had more in store after that, but how did it feel for all the work, like your whole life to get to this point and then finally get your opportunity?
I still felt like I was in high school because it's crazy because I never went to the playoffs in high school. Okay. But I had about 300, 400 some yards because we lost the game that day. So I really didn't know what I truly done because we didn't win. So I felt like that next week of practice, I'm ready. Yeah. Right. Like that night I was in the cold tub. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for practice.
Well, I bet there's part of it is like, you get to a point where you're like, I don't have to be someone I'm not. I'm actually who I am is good enough to be a great NFL player.
But that's why we're doing this in the preseason and training camp over and over since we're kids. We're trying to claim this identity to which we know we can be from the game. Everybody, journey is different. Like I was telling you mine, I just always had a imagination in my mind when I was a kid. That's something I hold dear to my heart. But I knew what it took to get to it, but I still haven't got there. That's why I tell you, I'll still run the ball in life just with no pads and helmets. Yeah, because my mindset is like, and that's why I talk about like how you don't need to be an athlete to be successful. It's just like a process. It's the things that that you buy into and the things that you want to kind of prosper.
What's kind of crazy is usually in a preseason game like this, I mean, all I'm focused on is the Seahawks, right? I'm like 1 through 91. I'm like looking at the Seahawks. The Cowboys, this is a team that a lot of people are kind of trendy Super Bowl picks. Like they really think the Cowboys might be a team. I haven't seen a single thing from the Cowboys that's gotten my attention.
I haven't.
Like there's not one thing that's been like, and now granted, this is their backups just like it's our backups, but like where's the guy that jumps out on that team, either offensively or defensively? I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't. And how you approach every day will show up. Yeah. And that's the best part about, having training camp, going against your team and doing all those things. That's why I'm glad even we are on Hard Knocks this year. Yeah. Because I'm glad we're on Hard Knocks because we get a chance to, go against each other and then show who we are in image to the opposing team, more so than like the joint practices and doing all of those things. We get a chance to show who we are.
Going for it. Did he get it? Oh, no. Well, what are they going to call? What are they going to call?
That's a good question. Let them fight for it.
What are they going to call? They're calling a touchdown.
Oh, they called a touchdown?
That's not how it works in that end zone. You have to understand, if two people catch it in that end zone, it goes the Seahawks' way. That's the rule. That is the Hail Mary. I don't call it the Fail Mary because it was a touchdown to Golden Tate. Let's see here. I don't know, man.
They're going to give it
that's
to
a touchdown.
They're going to give
that's
it to
a touchdown.
That's all right.
That's a touchdown. Good play by that guy. Now, I don't want to say anything negative. I will just say Shamar Jean-Charles has had a tough camp. He's had a tough camp. And so I'm sorry to see that he's also gets victimized on that play. But he almost made a great play. He was on it. Sam Howell, hard to give him much credit for that. He just threw it up to a guy that was well covered, and that guy out wrestled a smaller defensive back for the ball. So I credit the receiver more than the quarterback on that.
Still got to be hungry for the ball because that's what it's about.
Yeah, 38 seconds to go here. Do you think the Seahawks try to score here, or do they just kneel down and go to halftime?
How many seconds we got?
38 seconds.
Nah.
You don't
we
think
probably go to halftime?
they just go to halftime?
Yeah, probably run it out. What you think?
I don't know, man. Like it's hard. Like, first of all, most important thing is getting out of these games as healthy as possible. So in that sense, like, just get in the locker room, you got enough. In the other sense, this is a scenario. And so you can practice 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well get out there and see what you got.
Yeah.
Like, so
I would think 7-10 they just scored. Probably, I think right now we should practice 2 minutes. That way, because they just scored, right? We got about 38 seconds. Let's work on 2 minutes to see if the timing is good. We get in the calls and to see if we can get out of bounds or, you know.
I don't want to be that guy, but like,
I know
it should be tied.
Yeah.
It should be tied right now.
I didn't want to say anything.
Come on, man. It should be tied.
But you see how these small things matter?
They do.
Like these opportunities that's presented, we got to always try our best to take advantage of them because they can show up late in games or they can show up late in the season.
Yeah,
and that's something we really don't want to do. That's why the preseason is here, so we can nip everything else in the bud.
You know what's interesting, Thomas? There's a name that you and I talked about in pregame that has not been on the field.
That one,
Torrey Horton.
Yeah,
and I think that's a sign of, like, they don't need to see Torrey Horton.
That's a compliment.
Like, they know everything they need to know about Torrey Horton. I'm telling you, in practice, this guy is absolutely showing up every single day, and he looks as good or better than he did a year ago.
Too.
Oh, he's a fun player. Like, I don't know how they're going to manage JSN, Cooper Kupp, Rashid Shaheed, Torrey Horton. Like, then you got AJ Barner, you got Elijah Arroyo. Like, how do you get the ball to all these guys?
Michigan boy Barner, man. Shout out to
let's go.
Michigan boy Barner holding up.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Hey, man.
All right, here we go. They're going for it. Watch out. Watch out. They had no chance. Once he got past that line, there was no one that was catching.
Hey, what about Monroe leading us down here to go score in this 2-minute drive? This would be good.
Look how he stepped up in the pocket. Like, there was not great protection there, and he made the most of it. So that is one of the benefits of a quarterback with his skills. You don't have to be perfect. He can get you 20 yards on a play where you didn't actually block it up well. Like, we've all seen it with Russ and with other guys over the years, how valuable a scrambling quarterback can be. But again, want to see it with his arm too. Like, you got to let's see him throw the ball outside the numbers. Let's see him throw it on time. False start. Now, he ran out of bounds, so I don't believe that will have any effect on running clock. But unfortunate. Let's see who that was on. Looks like they're looking at Jake Bobo. Jake was a little excited. Maybe he was part of that play that was coming up.
That's another thing, too, being a little bit anxious when you know your time coming.
Yep. Right?
Yeah,
Maybe you're anticipating that snap a little bit more.
Hey, look, this play on you. What you going to do with it?
Yeah. I told you when Helani near the goal line, I was like, I see it in his face. He knows he's getting the ball right here. It's all business.
Yep.
So 1st and 15, 25 seconds to go. He's got to step up. He's going to, man. He had a guy he could have thrown to there. Jake Bobo was in the flat. I would have liked to have seen him get rid of the ball. And this is when he struggles is because he holds on to the ball too long and he doesn't see the field.
And coaches and everybody, we still trust him when he do that. That's a positive thing because it shows that, you know.
Yeah, I got a holding penalty here. Let's see who this is on. Wow. That was a great chip block by Jake Bobo. I think that's Bo Stevens, the right guard.
He could have hit him He could have hit him early.
Yeah, that is the rookie Bo Stevens, unfortunately. Now you're 1st and 25. False start and a holding penalty. This is tough to make anything of this. You got to do something, Jalen. Yeah, that's not what you can do.
We never want to get too run happy to the point where we can lose our mechanics from everything. Because even on that last play, he could have hit him out there in the flat just to get it out.
That will do it. Well, did they call a timeout? That's kind of fascinating. Wait, did Dallas call a timeout or did they call a timeout?
Yeah.
I mean, what you got to do there, I mean, this is where you just want to show the football IQ. You got a little bit of time, just throw it away.
Yeah, sure, Rob. Go ahead,
throw it away.
Do it.
Like, just get rid of the ball.
Yeah,
you cannot hold it in that situation. And Jalen's, that's why he's in the best possible situation with Sam Darnold and Drew Lock. He doesn't have to play right now, but he's got to keep developing on like little pieces of the game like that. So let's I'm kind of interested to see what happens here. 13 seconds left. I guess somebody called timeout with a little bit to go. They're still in shotgun. They're not lining up in
Let's see what he do.
The kneel down formation.
All right. They got an ugly look.
Let's see him get rid of the ball on time here. Nope. He's running. There's Elijah Arroyo. Another flag comes down. Let's see if that's a defensive flag that gets us an automatic first down. Come on. We can't have more flags on the offense, man. Oh, come on. That is not cool. Yeah, that's Logan Brown, who's actually had a really good camp at tackle. But that just killed any chance Seahawks had. So the right play here is to kneel down and get in the locker room.
Get him second half.
Yeah. But there's going to be some teach tape in here for Mr. Milroe. He's got to get rid of that ball a little faster.
Got to trust the time. Got to trust your receivers.
And then you gotta trust yourself to give your team a chance.
Yeah.
They're
just going to run it, get into halftime, in a game that should be tied. But that's all right. Thomas Rawls, man, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Brian. Get a chance to.
Thomas Rawls, everybody.
I have fun up here, right? But man, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go out here with the 12s and the people.
You do.
I'm gonna have some fun.
Let's go, man. All right, Thomas Rawls. Thank you. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna line up for folks that have VIP tickets over here, and we'll start doing book signing and that kind of thing. I'll probably get some food or something, and then we'll decide after we're done if you guys want to still hear commentary in the second half or not. We'll make that decision later, but for now, going to take a little break. Appreciate everybody.